Hey guys, so I there's a vehicle, there's a thing going by, of course. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but either way, I'm gonna try this anyway. So I have tried to do this type of video. Tried to do the lore video as best as humanly possible for Atomic Cell. I am way too hot, and I've been running the flea market circuit for the past 2 weeks now, about to go on 3. And I am just tired. Best thing I can say, I'm just dog tired. So instead, I'm gonna do what I've always done. Just talk. Just talk and talk and talk and basically kind of set this up for you guys. So I thought, what the hell, make it like one of my review videos in a sense, you know, where there's jokes and things like that. Except this case, it's Fallout, one of my favorite loves. And of course, this is going to be basically my Atomic Cell and kind of a backstory of why I'm going to, about my NCR kit I usually wear, and more or less kind of, hey, what's going on with Atomic Cell? So let's start off with what Atomic Cell is. Atomic Cell takes place in an altered timeline 28 years after the world fell into a nuclear coma. The leaders of 100 plus countries sought to change the world forever with everlasting peace between one another. They came together to discuss terms at the Canadian Peace Accords, which took place at Dundurn Castle. Not much is known about what happened that fateful day. What is certain was that the outcome of the so-called peace accords, no less than 117 different nuclear missiles were fired across the world, with 17 of them impacting no less than a mile from Dundurn Castle. Billions of lives were lost in the span of 14 minutes and 38 seconds. All of them forgotten to the sands of history as primitive struggles become the modern reality of the new world. The availability of water and food have become the source of power in the wasteland. This new golden rule is well known throughout the wasteland, especially to one of the dominating factions, the Toronto Federation, who have ordered upon an expedition to establish a new settlement and has generously funded the entire operation. You have taken up the call and began anew in this never-ending cruel world. You join Caravan 69 as they set out towards Hardin Valley in search of a place to call home. The journey hasn't been pleasant. Bandit attacks, supply shortages, brother turning against brother for a drop of water. Morals have been luxuries. The concept of right and wrong are no more, as the only right answer to any problem is one that results in your survival. In a long, short sense of it, basically there's a caravan going to the area of KNOX. Caravan 69. However, along the way, it keeps coming under attack by raiders and other sorts of horrible posses. As a caravan does. So, in a sense, we're basically going there with all the rad storms and stuff and kind of the fucked up area, but there are bunkers and things like that that are more or less holding some kind of cool shit that more or less everyone kind of wants and everyone wants to try and get, but at the same time the caravan's just over there trying to set up a damn settlement because of course.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help. I'll mark it on your map.
Hate you, Preston Garvey, with every fiber of my being. It's why I lock you in a box every single chance I get when I build up my settlement. Show of hands, who else here also locks up Preston Garvey in a box? Just show of hands in the comments section. Who here also locks up Preston Garvey in a box? So how does the NCR come into play in this? Or in this case, how does the Appalachian Alliance come into it, which is a loose, somewhat confederation of basically all the areas within the Appalachian area, or in this case, the Gulf Wasteland. Well, Jimmy, and yes, Jimmy, I see you, Jimmy, I see you, Jimmy, I see you right there, Jimmy, I know you're there, Jimmy! Ever since the conflict began between, of course, first, to start out with Caesar's Legion 2 years ago with their expedition and the NCR expedition, and then finally the Brotherhood showing up and the discovery of Sector 9, which of course Sector 9 in the storyline is a pre-war facility that holds so much goodies and shiny things that the Brotherhood of Steel essentially start a war over it. As one does. So 2 years on, the front lines are somewhat stabilized, to a degree, and as such the NCR is still kind of fighting for it. As one does. But upon hearing about Caravan 69, the NCR decided to send a small detachment, or in this case a squad, to act as quote-unquote escort with Caravan 69 to the area of KNOX. KNOX being the unexplored region that they have yet to send anyone to explore because, you know, there's kind of a war going on. As such, the Appalachian Alliance, sending out First Recon, yours truly, along with a handpick of mercenaries and scavengers, decide to more or less hop, skip, and a jump over to KNOX and kind of explore the area. Upon hearing about the bunkers, they thought, hey, let's see what's in there, grab what we can, and GTFO back to HQ and see if this will help us in the war with the Brotherhood of Steel. That's essentially the storyline in a nutshell, and kind of my character. I am there as a person who is going to basically be working with the caravan to help guard it, but I'm also there in the interest of the Appalachian Alliance and the Gulf Wasteland NCR High Command. So, yeah, that's basically my storyline. I'm there, not only, of course, forwarding the interest of the NCR, but also forwarding the interest of the Appalachian Alliance. Anything we can find in the KNOX area and the valley as a whole is going to be used and extradited, or in this case, strategically transporting equipment to an alternate location back to the area of Sector 9 and the front lines to help push the front lines away from us and towards wherever this Brotherhood of Steel is. Now, obviously, people are going to be asking about the Enclave, or at least in this case, the Enclave loadout I've rocked in the past. I have nothing yet for the Enclave. I am still working at that storyline in my head. However, Mark, the lovely dude who is the head of Bushwookie Airsoft, we made a deal. I come to this event, I have fun at this event, and in return, he helps me achieve my dreams of setting up a Fallout event at Sector 9 Airsoft. So, if you guys want to help out, or you're able to come to Atomic Cell, please come to Atomic Cell. It's literally, the event is on Bushwookie Airsoft's Facebook page. It's on the main website. They literally bushwookieairsoft.com, I think. I'll probably put the link up on screen. And finally, the big one, of course, is just the fact of, well, I kind of legitimately want to kind of just go to it and have fun. It's a 3-day weekend, which means I get to basically be NCR for 3 days. I get to be my character for 3 days straight. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Here's hoping I actually win a costume contest for once in my life. I'm not holding my hopes up. I'm just there to have fun. But yeah, again, that's kind of my story. That's kind of what I'm going to be at Atomic Cell. And to those who are going to be coming to Atomic Cell, make a video talking about your character and kind of why you're going to be attached to Caravan 69. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, or in this case, Alex, or as my character, Sergeant Roach of the Appalachian Alliance's 1st Recon of the NCR Expeditionary Forces. And I will see all of you, each and every single one of you, at Atomic Cell. Or if you want to help out with us basically preparing for it, and you're not able to come, but you want to help out, check out our PayPal, which is the donation link, of course, on the main channel, or wherever I have the PayPal. It could be in the description. And consider donating. Any amount helps, and believe me, it does. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL, and I shall see you lovely, lovely people at Atomic Cell, or in the next video. Till next time. Later.